Stream should be starting. Checking a few things. Well, they don't have Fate Grand Order on my phone right now. Oh hey, this time stream elements updated accordingly. That's good. And stream chat showed up, okay. That's also good. Here. And oh yeah, right, I was gonna do. I was gonna tweet one. Yeah, what am I looking for? You know, I'm looking for my Twitch link. Good hell. Ah, there it is. Here we go, I'll write in, a play reading some Fate Stay Night, managed to finally get past the prologue, so now I can finally do visual novel things. Yes. This will get me all of the attention. Okay, post. Sending post. Sending. And now my ears are itching. Oh god. No, not like this. Not like this! I was about to say, why is it just the link? Nah, it said the whole thing, okay. I did manage to do some of my own drawing besides just playing games today, so I'm glad I got to do some stuff. So now my clock says 4:01, I'm late. I'm late, but my ear itches. But okay, I am now the ready, and as may be noted, the mic quality has improved. So that's good. Probably. Wrong one. That one. There we go. I can now do the wonderful job of narration. I hear it. Wait, I forget. No. I almost forgot to turn off the BGM. There we go. I hear a sound. The heavy, rusted hinges on the door creak as it's being pushed open. Light pours in through the crack in the door. My mind tries to shake off the slumber. Senpai, are you awake? And all of you know what the hell senpai is, you absolute degenerate weebs. I hear footsteps drawing near, and I feel the winter air flowing in. Ah, Sakura. Morning, Sakura. Good morning, you too, senpai. Senpai, it's morning. It's still early, but Miss Fujimura will be mad if she finds you sleeping here. Oh yeah. Thanks for waking me up, as always. It is no problem at all. You're always up early in the morning. I don't often get to wake you up like this. I'm not sure why, but Sakura looks more cheerful than usual. I don't know about that. I think you wake me up more often than you think. Then again, Fujina is brutal when she's the one waking me up, so I prefer you do it. Yep, I've learned my lesson. I'll try not to sleep here next time. I answer, still half asleep, considering my next location of sleep. My head's still not right, so even I don't know what I'm saying. Well, okay, but personally, I'd prefer you not to try too hard. Sakura says, giggling. Crap. I must still be so sleepy I've said something weird. Give me a minute to wake up. Cold air helps at times like this. The chill snaps my lethargic mind awake. And in front of me stands my junior at school, Sakura Matao. I'm in my house's storehouse, and it's just about 6 o'clock in the morning. In my house's storehouse. Sakura, what are you doing at my house? Yeah, I'm awake now. Sorry, Sakura. I did it again. I need to help you with breakfast. Don't worry about that. You were up late again last night, weren't you? Then you should take your time this morning. I'll fix breakfast. Sakura is practically bouncing with excitement. This is dangerous. I'm in danger. When a woman is very happy to feed me food. That's odd. Sakura is weirdly energetic this morning. No, I'm getting up, honest. So, let's head to the kitchen together. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go, Sakura. Well, spit it out, woman. Huh? What, is, something wrong? No, not exactly, but I believe you should change before you head back inside the house. Oh, I finally look at myself. I fell asleep last night, so I'm still wearing my coveralls because I was working. The coveralls I wear while I'm working are usually dirty. Who knows what Fujine would do or say if I went into the house as is. Okay, guess I'm not quite awake yet. I must be more out of it than usual. You might be right, which is why you should leave breakfast to me. And you should take it easy, senpai. Besides, Miss Fujimura would be really angry if she saw the mess here. Yeah, then I'll get changed, so you go on ahead. Okay, I'll be waiting. Senpai. Sakura quickly walks out. Okay then. I'll change you to my school uniform first, then I need to collect all the parts I've scattered around. The storehouse is in the corner of the backyard and all sorts of junk is crammed in here. Although I've always liked to tinker with gadgets, so the place is a treasure trove to me. The old man forbade me to go into the storehouse, but I ignored his warnings and snuck inside almost every day. Now it's sort of a base for me. I guess you could call this place my real room. The massive Emiya house never felt homey to me, but I've always felt at ease in here, surrounded by all this junk. Let me mute real quick. Okay. Besides, it's wasteful. It may be junk, but a lot of it still works. The majority of the things in the storehouse are everyday things, mostly unusable. I'm not sure whether I brought it all in here because I liked it in here, or whether I liked this place because it was full of junk. Either way, I snuck into this storehouse almost daily, and I made sort of a hobby of fixing broken things. I'm not the type that gets attached to things, but it just doesn't feel right to neglect things that are still usable, or maybe it would be better to say, the idea of doing that just bothered me, which is why I stayed up all night trying to fix a broken stove. I guess I'll be done tomorrow. Falling asleep midway is proof I'm not concentrating. I try to shake off my self-disgust at that. I gather the parts for the stove and put them back on the shelf of things, waiting to get fixed. There's no more room, though. Once I fix the stove, an old VCR is up next. Both of which were destroyed by a Fujine. We can set that aside for now. How many people watching know what the hell a VCR is? I mean, I had one as a kid. It was like a hand-me-down. I had like one of those VCR TV sets. Okay, then. I changed it to my school uniform. And then I also had like some tapes that would get like cut open. I had like a Bionicle movie, and one time the film reel snapped. So what I did was that I just taped it together with clear tape, and I was able to watch it again. I felt so smart, and I had to be in like 6. Since the storehouse is like my own room, I have all these essentials, including a change of clothes in here. I also would put together and take well, I would take it apart and put it together. The actual VCR, like movies, and a toaster, and basically anything small enough that I could get my hands on, I could take it apart and put it back together again. It was fun. I don't really do much of that anymore, though, sadly. The rest are things like haphazardly drawn blueprints scattered all over the place and literal junk from my failed attempts at fixing various things. Also, there's some sort of pattern carved into the storehouse's floor, perhaps used as some sort of an altar in the past. Oh, wait, the last time I remember fixing something really was a Xbox controller. You know how it has like the breakaway cable part? Well, that part stopped working, so I, uh, I cut out the breakaway. I cut out the part of the wire that just fucked, and then just soldered it back together. Started working again. Also, there's some sort of pattern carved into the floor. Storehouse floor. Perhaps used as some sort of an altar in the past? Okay. Gotta work hard again today. Clap my hands in prayer at the storehouse and turn towards the mansion. So Sakura woke me up in my bedroom, essentially. Okay. I walk into the storehouse to the mansion. This Emiya residence is a Japanese samurai-style house, located on the outskirts of town. My old man wasn't from a notable family, yet for some reason he owned this giant house. That in itself was a mystery, and it also seems he didn't have any relatives here in Japan. And so, when my old man died, there's no one else to inherit this mansion, so it came to me as his adopted son. Though, to be honest, I don't have any administrative abilities. So, things like inheritance, property taxes, and any other complicated things are all handled by Old Man Fujimura. Old Man Fujimura is a major businessman who lives nearby. Hidetsuko described Old Man Fujimura as an old man who's like a Yakuza boss. Obviously, that was his own biased view. In fact, Old Man Fujimura is not like a Yakuza boss. He is a Yakuza boss. That may be a problem in itself, but I try not to dwell on it. Anyway, that's why I live in this giant mansion. On my own. It's been 5 years since my old man died. Time sure does fly. Thinking about how much I've grown in these 5 years. I train every day to become like Kiritsugu, but that's easier said than done. It's not surprising, since I didn't have what it takes from the start. But the fact that I haven't improved at all these past 5 years forces me to reassess things. If I had to sum up my current situation, I'd say I set the bar too high. I haven't even reached the starting line. No. Rushing won't do me any good. For now, I just have to do what I can. Okay then. What I need to do now is... Go, Plucker, I'll take care of my dad. I finally get choices! Okay, I don't know what route I'm gonna go for the first time. So... First choice. Save. Yes. Now, for anyone that is like already familiar with the Fate series like I am, you kind of know generally what happens. Why is my phone dead? I was having it do things. I want it to continue doing things for me. You kind of generally know what the heroine's deal is, but I haven't played through all of them. And I don't think all of them are adapted into like an anime or a movie. Oh, oh new day. Okay. I'll mess with that later. I'm getting distracted by Fate Grand Order while playing Fate. This is truly a day. Okay. Sakura, daily tasks. Sakura. Purple hair's gotta stick it together. Right. I need to help Sakura. Making someone younger than me do all the work would be embarrassing. And I feel bad for Sakura coming here so early in the morning. But I'm too late. Breakfast looks to be done already. The appetizing scent of the breakfast Sakura cooked wafts towards me from the kitchen. Sakura finished cooking, and she's searching the cupboards for dishes. Sorry, I can at least serve everything, so go on and sit down. Oh, you're already here, senpai? That wasn't exactly quick. It's already 10 past 6. And that's when we're usually eating breakfast, so yeah, I overslept. I don't believe that's true. You're not in any school club, so it's still early. Clubs have nothing to do with it. And if they do, you coming by in the mornings must be a lot of trouble since you do have morning practice. Oh, well, I want to do this, so please don't worry about me. Yeah, you keep saying that. Which is why I wake up early. Club or no, if you're coming by, it'd be rude to still be asleep. To me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here. For sleeping means I make Sakura prepare breakfast on her own, like today. Though this arrangement started only about a year and a half ago. You sit, woman. Sakura, the food just needs to be plated and set on the table, so at least let me do that. I gotta have some balls, I stand next to Sakura and pull out the dishes. Sakura has a surprisingly stubborn side, so she won't rest unless I really push. Then let me help. I'll plate the food, so please take out the rice bowl, senpai. No, I'm saying I'll do it all myself. No, you shouldn't. You're the head of this house, so the least you can do in the morning is to sit and act all important. Huh? What? Ma'am. You're a little forward. Act all important? I wouldn't be much of a head of the house if I made you do all the work while I sit back now, would I? Come on. Go and sit in the sitting room. Sakura. Take a seat, woman. I got this. Well, by all means, please, be that kind of head of the house. I'm doing this to pay you back for all the delicious meals you let me eat, so I like for you to relax. Back. Yeah, that's more of a Rin thing to say baka all the time. I didn't actually know what kind of dairy type Sakura is, but it kind of just seems like dairy, a little bit. It's not Ku. Hey, we split the cost of groceries, so you shouldn't worry about that. In fact, I'm the one who should be thanking you. Ever since you started coming by, I've been eating a lot better. Women do tend to do that. They tend to force you to eat better. Not that I would know, I eat like shit. I knew it. You don't get it, do you, senpai? It's not why your meals here are good. What do you mean? No, never mind, but please feel responsible because I can't enjoy a meal anywhere else now. That's a weird thing to say. What if Eugene heard that? She doesn't get sarcastic jokes. You're right. It would be great if Miss Fujimura heard that. Right, so don't wait. What did you say? I'm joking. She actually said, "Wouldn't it be great if it wouldn't be great if Miss Fujimura heard that?" Right, so don't say stuff like that. But I know that she implies that she wants the person to hear it. See, now she's bribing me with it. No, I won't. I won't say things like that, so I can help you. Right, senpai? Sakura looks me in the eye so naturally and calmly. Fine. Do what you want. If you want to so badly, I'll have you do everything. Yes, I will do as I please. Man, I kind of want to choke Emiya out right now. Like you have a woman wanting to take care of you. Can I be you for a second? Honestly, you don't listen to anything I tell you anymore, Sakura. That's true. Maybe I'm becoming more like Miss Fujimura. She responds softly as she reaches toward the cupboard. Her dark hair gently falls over her shoulder, and the curves of her body catch my eye. I can't explain it, but it's awkward. I'm not sure if it's our age, but Sakura's been looking more feminine lately. Her casual movements of her profile are so pretty, and I inadvertently avert my eyes. Emiya very, very interested, I could see. I kind of just remember in the anime him being dense as shit. Anyway, senpai, is something the matter? Yeah, I'm just checking out your ass. I mean, you nice ass. No, it's nothing, don't worry about it. Honestly, it's baffling. Why the hell am I getting nervous around my friend's younger sister? Wait. Yeah. Sakura is just a really good and considerate younger friend of mine, and she's someone I need to look after. She's the younger sister of a friend of mine. We used to be friendly, though. Initially, we weren't very close since she's a grade below me. It was only a year and a half ago that our relationship became more what it is now. When you guys started playing house. How do you guys know? Anyway. Sakura started to come and cook meals for me when I got hurt, and things kind of stayed like that. I think this arrangement was supposed to last until I got better. But I guess something or other happened, and somehow she ended up helping out with household chores. Either way, Sakura's a good cook, and her cleaning and laundry skills are perfect. She is trying so hard to be your wife. Emiya, I'm gonna choke you. Having her come early in the morning is a big help, but it's been disconcerting lately. Sakura isn't the problem. It's me. This way he's gonna come out as gay. I mean, I know he's not, but still. I'm sure being flustered by my friend's sister is part of the reason I feel guilty. Usually I'm unfazed, but when I blush because I get caught off guard like now, I wonder whether that's problematic as her senpai. My brother in Christ, you are just a year older. I will can smack you upside the head for being a little whiny bitch. Right. Breakfast is lined up neatly on the table. A perfectly balanced meal of chicken with parsley salad, grilled salmon, blanched spinach, miso soup and with radish and carrots, and grated yam soup. Grated yams, I would not, don't like yams. All of that sounded good until we got to the yam. I'm not gonna translate that. You're a fucking weeb, you know what the hell that meant. I mean, read that. Ow, my elbow. Elbow. Wait. I didn't just hear Sakura speak that time. I heard Sakura and I heard two voices. So Emiya does talk. It's just not often. Okay. Sakura and I sit down and bow, and begin our meal in silence. The gentle tapping of chopsticks is the only sound in the room. Sakura isn't typically talkative, and I hardly have anything to chat about during meals. So we eat in silence. Normally it's much rowdier than this, but the person who usually causes the commotion must have watched a spy movie or something last night, because she's eyeing the two of us through a newspaper she propped up in front of her food. Miss and Jaguar Warrior. You only know that if you played Fate Grand Order. Miss Fujimura, it may not be wise to read while you eat. It makes it take a lot longer. Sakura remarks diffidently, but Fujine ignores her. Fujine's acting weird, but her being weird at breakfast isn't really all that weird for her. This is as usual. Sakura's used to it too, and she's eating as if nothing's the matter. Sakura typically cooks up Western dishes. She really only began cooking to learn Japanese dishes since she started coming here to help me out. Okay, I swear I'm not dyslexic. She really only began learning to cook Japanese dishes since she started coming here to help me out. Sakura learned to cook simple Japanese dishes. At least, for breakfast. Because Fujine and I preferred them. Now Sakura's cooking skills have improved to the point she's better than me. And I'm the one who was teaching her. Her miso soup is flavorful and refined now. And she's even gotten to the point where she can grate yams to make yam soup. I am fine without the yams. What is with your obsession with the yams, man? Actually, I think today's the first time she served yam soup. Oh my god, we are obsessed with the yams. I think we've said yam 5 times now. Yum yum yum. Yum 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 yum. Sorry, Sakura. Could you pass the soy sauce? I got lost in my own head again. Here, oh my, senpai, you've run out of the soy sauce you usually use. I can use Fujine's. Pass it over. Miss Fujimura, do you mind? Fujine nods. The newspaper shuffles. Here you go. Are you going to use it for your yam soup? Yeah. Everyone puts soy sauce on grated yams. A line of soy sauce strains from the bottle onto the grated white mound. I stir the mixture up, pour it over my rice, and take a bite. I don't like yams. And we're getting into real heavy detail with just the yams. What the fuck? The stickiness of the grated yam, combined with the intense flavor of the soy sauce. God, what the? This isn't soy sauce, it's oyster sauce. Fujine tosses her newspaper onto the table with an enthusiastic flick of her wrists. What do you think of my little stunt? Switching the oyster sauce and soy sauce labels first thing in the morning. Not so mysterious spy punches the air in victory. Who pulls a stunt like that first thing in the morning? You're going to turn 25 this year, but you're still the same childish Fujine I've always known. Wait. Huh. I'm older than Fujine. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, I'll take her. It's fine. I'll teach you a lesson after yesterday. I mean, look here. This is perfect prime woman right here. With cat face and everything. You and everyone else who ganged up on me deserve divine justice. Well, can't enact divine justice. I knew you were weirdly quiet. I can't believe you've been plotting this since yesterday. You have entirely too much free time on your hands. That's right, and because of that, I really need to get to work grading tests, so I need to skedaddle, or else I'm in real trouble. Fujine sits back down and shovels her breakfast into her mouth. She was waiting for this moment, like, the entire meal. I think I'm in love. Thanks for the meal. Breakfast was great as usual, Sakura. Oh, it was my pleasure. Now I'm heading off. You'd still be in trouble if you're late for school. And off she goes, stomping out in a rush. There's something terribly wrong with a world that allows someone like her to be a teacher. Sorry that Fujine hardly savored the breakfast you took so much work into making. Huh? Oh, that was me saying. Okay. No, it's not that. What did you do to Miss Fujimura yesterday? She wouldn't usually go so far as to mess with someone's meal. Well, I accidentally called her by her nickname. Well, I guess there's no avoiding her getting angry again. And you didn't apologize? Sorry, I forgot, but only because that kind of stuff happens all the time. Still not good. You know how much Miss Fujimura hates being called by her nickname? You made her cry again, didn't you? Not only did I make her cry, she also ran away like a scared rabbit. And thanks to that incident, yesterday's English class ended up being a study hall. In fact, everyone in class worked together to make an award for me from their notebook paper. Because of that, I threw it away, obviously. Oh my, it sounds like you brought that on yourself then, senpai. Fujine is like an older sister to Sakura, so she's typically on Fujine's side. Which is fine on its own, but I wish you would consider the fact that I have to deal with Fujine all day long. Fujine was originally an acquaintance of my old man, and she swung by the house pretty frequently since I was adopted. She kept coming on over even after my old man died, and now she acts like a freeloader, getting breakfast and dinner every day. Actually, it might have been thanks to Fujine that I was able to make it on my own after my old man died. And now it is me, Fujine, and Sakura who are the residents of this Emiya house. At the same time, I'm the only one who knows that my old man was a mage. They say mages have to keep that part of their lives a secret, which is why I've been hiding from others that I'm learning magecraft after I became my old man's apprentice. Learning may be a bit of a stretch, really, since I can barely use magecraft properly. So it wouldn't make much of a difference whether I hide magecraft or not. But since it was my old man's dying wish, I've been training in secret. I finish breakfast and get ready for school. I put away the dishes with Sakura as I listen to the news on TV in the background. Sakura is looking blankly at the TV. A flashy caption reading, "Gas leaks continue," pops up on the screen. There seems to have been a big accident in the neighboring city of Shinto. It happened in a building in the business district. Apparently everyone on one of its floors lost consciousness from oxygen deprivation. The authorities have been calling it an accident resulting from gas leaks, but for some reason, these incidents have been happening often. Are you worried about the incident, Sakura? Well, not really. I was just thinking that this happened in Shinto, just very close to us. Senpai, your part-time job is in Shinto, right? Yeah, but the shop's not that big. I don't think an accident like that would happen there. But I can't entirely ignore the idea either. Gas leaks can happen in any building, and it especially pains me to think that hundreds of people have fallen victim. I'm trying to think if any could happen in my room, or my apartment building, and this is a big, fat, resounding no. It would only happen during the maybe, if anything, near the fucking water heater. We don't really have, like, a kitchen. We have an outdoor kitchen. This apartment has a fucking outdoor kitchen. Anyway, off topic. Some say that these accidents are happening because of faulty construction, work done during the rapid development projects in Shinto. Either way, I hope there won't be any more victims. It's a disturbing story. We need to be careful too. Well, don't worry about that, Senpai. I always make sure to check that the gas is turned off properly. Twice. Okay. When she says it like that, I'm reminded. I have had in previous homes, the cats, they swear to God, they're trying to kill me. I had to put like child locks on the oven because the cats would accidentally turn the oven on without having it turn on, or like not just the oven, not that's not a minute. They would turn the oven on, or they would turn the stove on without lighting it. And I would notice because I would start smelling the gas. So I'm like, "Cat, you're trying to kill us all." And then one time my cat just kind of set his tail on fire. Note that I didn't complete that question with, him dying. He's fine. He's completely fine. He's just an old man now. Sakura proudly proclaims, "No, that's not my point. Yep, I've always known. Sakura is a little off too. Help, I am stuck in a building with autistic women, and I too, myself, am autistic. I need assistance. Help, 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 help." I need an adult. What? Senpai, did you lock the back door? I need an adult. Oh wait, you're just talking about the building. I bolted it. Is that a problem? Not at all. Then unlock all the doors. What time are you planning to be home today, Senpai? I think I'll be home a little late. What about you, Sakura? I should be back at the usual time. I think I'll be back before you, so I'll make preparations for dinner. Yeah, that'll be great. I'll try to come home as soon as possible, too. The gate is locked tight. Sakura and Fujine both have keys to the house, and the rule is that whoever leaves last is in charge of locking everything up. Let's go. You'll be late for morning practice if you don't hurry. Okay, then let's hurry. Then, you said then twice. Then, senpai, then. Sakura and I walk into town. We walk downhill, along a long wall, to reach a more populated residential area. The Emiya house is located on top of a hill, away from the center of town. Heading down the hill leads us to the residential area. Going further down, we reach the intersection at the center of town. Several roads lead out from the center of town. There's a large bridge that connects to the neighboring town. A hill that leads to Ryodo Temple. Residential area located opposite my house. A shopping district that both Sakura and I often go to. And finally, there's a path that leads to our school. We head straight to school without taking any detours. It's barely 7 o'clock, so there's hardly anyone around. The students making their way to their morning club activities are the only ones to be found along our route. See you later. Good luck at practice. I see Sakura off at the school gate, as usual. Sakura is in the Kyoto club, so this is usually where we split off. And yet, Sakura doesn't budge this morning. Sakura, are you not feeling well or something? No, it's not that, senpai, but maybe it's time you come to visit the dojo? Well, I don't really have any business at the dojo. Besides, Issei asked me to do something, so I need to go to the student council room. I suppose you're right. I'm sorry for bringing it up. Sakura quickly bows her head. I'll be going, then. Please, look forward to dinner tonight. Sakura runs towards the dojo, seeming almost apologetic. What was that? I don't know what that was all about. Oh. Issei, are you in? I'm here. You're a little late this morning, Emiya. Issei glances up from his desk, looking like he's been studying some papers. Is it just you, Issei? Where's the rest? They should all be at school by now. Well, unfortunately, the rest of the members are all very on the clock. They all have their set work hours, and they don't want to come in early or stay late. Dude, that would be awesome. I would love to just show up right on time and not have to show up to everything early, early. It's always 10 minutes early, 5 minutes before, an hour before, 30 minutes before. Sit, wait, sit, wait. Hurry up and fucking wait. Anyway, let me get a drink. It's only just been an hour and my throat's parched. That, and I can also like turn on the light. I'm wondering if the humming in the background that was appearing on the snowball is actually just my computer. Anyway, whatever. I don't hear it as much with the Yeti. Fine. Everything's ow, my ears. Oh. I like how I started walking back and then realized I forgot to turn the light on so that my tracking would be better. Anyway. Stuff and things. So that's why the student council president is doing busy work himself. Guess you've got your own problems to deal with. Well, I live for these sorts of problems. I don't need your sympathy, Emiya. What are you talking about? I'm not sympathizing with you. What? Well, that's too bad. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. After all, the fact of the matter is that you still care. You have a thing for Vimeo? Sir? Issei, who is gathering his papers into a single sheaf and tapping the edge against the table to square them neatly, is the big boss of the student council because Japan. He's been working to reform the student council, which has grown quite lax. He's been a friend of mine since our first year in school. His full name is Issei Ryudo. Despite his old-fashioned sounding name, he has elegant facial features, and he's popular with the girls. I think he wants to get popular with you, Emiya. I'm saying. He's also the student council president, so you'd think he would have the leg up over everyone else, but that's not exactly the case. He's kind of a dumbass. Nothing beats a scalding hot cup of tea in the morning. You mean coffee, right? You mean coffee, right? Little fucker. It's saying stuff like that as he sips his tea that prevents him from quite sticking the landing. As evidenced, Issei is quite plain. He's prone to be misunderstood, yet he neither dabbles in relationships nor he does what typical students do for fun. A bit of an old soul, if you will. He's the heir of the Ryodo Temple, which sits atop a mound. He himself understands that he will inherit the temple, and there's a strong possibility that he'll shave his head without so much as a complaint as soon as he graduates from school. Oh god. That is one thing I cannot wait for. When I get finally back into civilian life, I can finally grow my hair and I don't have to go around with a fade everywhere. God. So, I've spent so many years with fade, I don't want one now. Anyway. So, what do you want me to do today? Well... I'm pulling out ramen of my microwave. Well, I'd like to tell you to sit down and relax, but we really don't have time. I'll explain as we go, so grab your tools and follow me. Oh god, you're gonna put me to work like a fucking horse, aren't you? Let me get right to the point. Our school's spending habits are quite extreme. I know the athletic clubs are favored, and there's not much money to go around in other places. Exactly. As a result, the culture clubs get the short end of the stick. I've been trying my best to establish a better budget for the arts, but the money trail has been pretty muddy, which is making my life harder. So, the arts are suffering. The lack of heaters during the winter is especially concerning, and I have no solution for that. The arts are indeed suffering. I mean, just think about it. I had to join the military because I didn't have any way to support myself on my art. Good times. Good times. I see. Hey, hand me the flathead screwdriver. The biggest one. Oh, and give me some conductors, too. Yeah, this one looks salvageable. Conductors? These? Sorry, I don't really know my way around tools. I am going to smack you with the conductor as soon as I tell you what it is, and then you will not forget. That's kind of what I did too, anyway. This is where I'm like, oh yes, my dealing with dumbass subordinates and being electronics tech is showing. Actually, I wasn't even subordinates, it was my superiors. Anyway. You hit the needle with the metal part of the hammer, not the handle. You can get bad if I'm wrong. Don't worry, I will. It's fine. You got it right. So what about the lack of heaters? Is there anything else that's broken? Yeah, the heating system in the second audio-visual room and the art club room might be on its last leg. Forms requesting to purchase new ones are piling up by the minute. And you're saying that there's no room in the budget. Well, this one's just corroded. Good thing the inside's still intact. Oh. Is that one salvageable, Amiya? Yeah, I can fix it. It's a good thing these old machines are easy to figure out. The wires just burn out. So, as long as those get replaced, this should last until the end of the year. That's so. Way to go, Emiya. I'm glad you're so reliable and helpful. I'm reminded of, like, when I was teaching one of the new guys that was like, how I may not be, I'm still trying to get my license, but I know how to maintain a car, even if I suck at driving. So, teaching some guys how to change oil was hilarious. And they're like, why can't you drive? Anyway, answer enough. You say some weird stuff, you say. Oh hey, I'm almost done, so go ahead and step out. Got it. I won't get in your way. Issei quietly steps out of the classroom. You might think that I'm going to start on some sensitive work. Well, I guess you can call it sensitive work. I put my hand to the old electric stove. No matter how long someone's been fixing things, they can't usually figure out what's wrong by sight. So the fact that I can means what I'm doing is not ordinary. I close my eyes and look inside the stove by touch. And then suddenly, a single image pops into my head. There are two places where the wire is about to break. The electrical pipes should last a bit longer. The power cord should be fine with just insulation tape. Good. I should be able to fix it with just the tools I brought along. If the electrical pipes were broken, it wouldn't be fixable by an amateur. Had that been the case, a certain strengthening would have had to be done, which no amateur could manage, but I should be able to fix this one by sight. This is the Magecraft Kiditsuku taught me. Okay, let's begin. I take off the cover to begin my repairs. I already know where it's broken, so the rest of the work is easy. This is the one thing I'm good at. Ah, that's right. I, Shiro Imiya, have absolutely no talent in Magecraft. But for some reason, I have a knack for visualizing the structure of things or blueprints like I just did now. Nice. I personally have aphantasia and have... Can't do shit. No. Can't do shit. My old man once saw me imagine and recreate a blueprint. He looked surprised and muttered, "What a useless talent." My special talent appears to be pointless. According to my old man, the fact that I can visualize object structures isn't really helpful. A mage normally wouldn't need to survey an object's entire structure like I do. He claims the mage's struggle is to instantly seek out an object's center, or its core, and transform it as quickly as possible. That's why reading blueprints is a waste of time. And even that only helps seek out areas for magical energy to pass through. And so, fixing broken stuff is one of the only things I'm good at. After all, I don't have to open the entire thing up to find the problem. If I can find the problem quickly, I can fix most things, as long as I have the know-how to repair it. Though I only do that with things that an amateur could reasonably be expected to fix. Okay, I'm done. What's next? I put away the conductors, pick up the screwdriver and wrench, and head out to the hallway. Issei, repairs are done. Oh hey, a female student standing next to Issei in the hallway. Rin. I'm a little surprised. The girl talking to Issei is Rin Tosaka, a second year from Class A. She lives in a giant Western-style mansion up on a big hill, and she's an extraordinary honor student. She's pretty, smart, athletic, no flaws at all. Kind of a bitch. She's intelligent and polite, and she never brags about her looks. She's truly the ideal girl. Hey guys. Apparently. Which is why the male students treat her like an idol. But Tosaka is just too good, and she's become unattainable. The guys all say the only people who can talk to Tosaka are Issei and the teachers. Well, okay, I'm also a guy, and I'm including myself in the list of her admirers. Well, I kind of like this Emiya. He's a bit he knows what he wants. He knows what he likes. I likes ya, and I wants ya. But Tosaka is looking at us, annoyed. I guess the rumors are true that Issei and Tosaka don't get along. Oh, sorry. I was the one who asked you for a favor and made you do all of the work. Forgive me. Whoa. Issei is pretty gutsy, talking to me and completely ignoring Tosaka like that. Well, you see, Issei don't give a flying fuck. And personally, I wouldn't either. It's just Rin. Look at her. I don't care that she has handlebars on her head. So what's next? There's not much time. Yeah. Next is the audio-visual room. I hear it's been on its last leg for a while, but apparently it's finally given out. If it's dead, I won't be able to fix it. It might be better to buy a new one. That might be true, but I'd appreciate it if you took a look at it anyway. I might think it's dead, but it might just be playing dead to you. That's actually a neat saying. I like that. You think so? Then let me take a look. It's only about 30 minutes until homeroom starts. I need to hurry and fix it or I'll run out of time. I head to the audiovisual room. But I realized completely ignoring Tosaka would be rude. I turned to face her since she's been standing there the whole time. You're here early, Tosaka. I completely played as you or just had read your perspective for the entirety of the prologue. I blurt out the first thing that comes to mind, and then follow Issei. You made it just in time. Sorry for all the trouble, Emiya. I'm a bad friend for asking a favor from you and making you late for class. Don't sweat it. It won't be a problem if I'm late. Where it might be an issue if you were late. That's true, but I'm glad we made it. Issei exhales a sigh of relief and heads to his desk. It's exactly 8 o'clock. 5 minutes after the bell for homeroom rings. Eugene will enter the classroom. My breathing is labored since I ran from the audiovisual room. I take a deep breath before I take my seat. Dear God, does he ever shut up? Oh. What's with all the commotion so early in the morning? Emiya didn't realize he became Ryodo's whipping boy after you quit our club. Not that I care. But since you have no principles of your own, don't do anything to ruin our rep. Standing in front of my desk is Shinji Matao. He's been a friend of mine since middle school. Friend? Friend? Emiya, I need you to reevaluate your definition. His last name is Matao, and he's Sakura's older brother. He's 1 year older than her. You know, things at the Kyoto Club doing well, Shinji? Holy shit, he likes the sound of his own voice. Of course. There's no point in telling an outsider like you, but the club's nice and peaceful now that there's one less member trying to hog all the attention. We're definitely going to make waves at the next tournament. Is that so? I guess Mitsuzuri is working real hard. Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I'm the only reason the Kyoto Club is setting records. You've been an outsider for a long time, so stop acting like you know it all, or you're going to embarrass yourself. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Besides, I'm not involved with the club, so I won't really concern myself with it much. I'll put my bag on my desk and pull my chair back. What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying my Kyoto Club's boring to you? Darling, I'm saying you ain't shit. I'm not saying that. Just that you're not involved in all. I mean, I'm not saying that. Just that I'm not involved in all. I'm not a part of the club anymore. So it's not right for me to just drop into the dojo. If there's anything you need, just let me know. Help whenever you need it. I remember you weren't good at fixing and stringing bows. Yeah, thanks. I'll give you a call if there are ever chores to be done. Though I doubt that'll ever happen. Well, that's good. A captain who leaves busy work behind wouldn't be much of a captain. Just try not to trouble Miss Fujimura. She's terrifying if she gets mad. Mind your own business. Just remember that you're not a member of the club anymore, so don't go near the dojo. And just like that, Shinji heads off to his seat. All self-important bluster as ever. Huh. He does seem moodier than usual. Unbelievable. How can he talk to you like that? He was the one who kicked you out. Oh, Issei, were you there the whole time? What do you mean? How could you be so cold to me when I was listening attentively to the conversation out of concern for my friend? Huh? Wait, what does concern have to do with it? I haven't done anything worth worrying about. Cool. Of course I'm concerned. You have a short fuse. Now, granted, if you punched Shinji, that would have gotten you some applause. But it probably wouldn't make the girls happy. It wouldn't be right for me to put my friend in such an unpleasant position. I get it, yeah. Good point. Thanks, Issei. Now, I'm okay. I don't think that would ever happen, but I appreciate the concern. Good. As long as you understand, but I was surprised. You usually get mad at the drop of a hat, but you're pretty tolerant of Matao. Yeah, but Shinji's been like that as long as I've known him. You get used to it. Oh. Guess that's how it is. It is. Now, come on. Go back to your seat if you're satisfied. It's almost time for Miss Fujimura to dash in. More like float in. The bell to start homeroom rings. Normally the homeroom teacher comes into the classroom 5 minutes before homeroom starts. But our teacher isn't what you'd call typical. Didn't she leave before us? Home for board class 2C typically starts 1 minute after the starting bell. In other words... I think I love this idiot. Homeroom starts with the sounds of Fujine's sound, shouts, and hurried footsteps. Okay, I made it. Good morning, Oh, shit! Ah! I think that hurt. Fujine tumbles, and I hear some kind of a natural sound. Contrary to the hectic sounds of a few seconds earlier, the classroom is now dead silent. The mood shifts sharply. It's no wonder Fujine is called a human roller coaster. Honestly, the way she fell didn't seem like a laughing matter. Fujine hit her head against the podium, and she's still lying on the floor. Seeing her lying there, face down, and unmoving, has everyone imagining the worst. Hey, someone up front wake her up. No, I don't want to. She'll probably, like, bite me or something if I get too close. She's not a mimic. Miss Fujimura wouldn't do that. Well, why don't you wake her up then? So I hate stuff like this. I don't like it either. You were going to make a girl do it? The boy should step up and take control. The students in the front row start to get rowdy. Those of us sitting in the middle row can't see what's going on. So we all stand to get a look. Hey, she's not moving. Did she faint? Someone brings up the obvious. No shit, Sherlock. But the problem is, how do we get Fujine to the infirmary? We're all like comrades in arms after our time dealing with Fujine. Probably nobody's thrilled by the idea of taking a teacher to the infirmary. You pick her up. You carry her. Easily. Two boys should be able to do this. Maybe 3. Miss Fujimura, are you okay? The brave girl approaches. Fujine isn't moving. The class grows more concerned. That didn't look good. Her head literally slammed to the corner of the podium. If that didn't hurt her, she really is invincible. Maybe we can recruit her for the baseball team? That's more like a threat. The moment the Tiger becomes the head of the baseball team, we're all bound for the big Koshien tournament. Miss Fujimura? Miss Fujimura? It's no use. She's not responding. Hey, you're right next to her. Wake her up. What? I don't want to. If she's dead, I'll be as good as dead too. Pathetic. Things could get worse if we just leave her. But nobody wants to go near her. Fine. Then we have no choice but to go with our last resort. Yeah. That. Everyone's on the same page. Except Shinji and I. We keep quiet because the two of us dared not to be a part of what was about to happen. Ready? Wake up, Tiger! It comes out a whisper, even with so many students speaking in unison. The word tiger is especially inaudible, and yet, which Fujine's previously motionless body reacts. Oh, she moved. This might be working, everyone. Keep going. It's the punishment of the tiger! Everyone must be on edge since midterm tests are approaching. It's a terrible idea on their part, but some students start to wave their arms and chant Fujine's nickname. Wake up, Tiger! It's morning. You need to tiger up. Excuse me, what the fuck do you mean? She's not Tigger. Don't give in, Tiger! Stand up, Tiger! Come on, wake up. Time to wake the sleeping tiger. Don't call me tiger. Like a sudden bolt of lightning striking, Fujine stands valiantly, as if the fall hardly scratched her. She completely forgot. I think she should get that concussion checked out. What? What are y'all doing? You guys shouldn't be out of your seats during homeroom. Come on, get back to your seats and we'll begin. Eugenie, back to her normal self, stands at the podium. It appears she recalled nothing between the time she jumped into the classroom and the time she woke up. Oh, you fucked up. Hey, Tiger doesn't remember anything. Sweet, we're lucky this morning. And the first guy fucked up. I don't know if you can call this lucky, honestly. The students shuffled back to their desks. Did somebody just stalk me? Nah, absolutely not. Must be your imagination. Really? Then, okay. We're going to start our morning homeroom, so everyone listen up. But why do you not like being called Taiga? That's a cool nickname. Kinda cute. I mean, it's better than, like, the nickname my parents gave me. Ifigene casually starts homeroom. She always goes on digressions between announcements, so it goes slowly. Which is why everyone should go home at an appropriate hour. I will take a moment to eat food. I'm gonna need to edit this episode for like little jump cuts. There we go. Sorry about that. I was really hungry. The gates close at 6, so everyone doing club activities shouldn't stay any longer than necessary. But 6 is so early. Haga, don't the athletic clubs get an exception? Oh, so your name's Taiga, so everyone calls you Tiger. Still not bad, though. Still not. And Goto, you'd better call me Miss Fujimura the next time you call me by my first name. I'll get mad, okay? Yes, ma'am. I'll be careful next time. Goto sits back down. He doesn't seem particularly remorseful. Too easy. When Fujini says she gets mad, she gets mad. Doesn't matter if it's with a teacher or a student. That's as close to a serious warning as she's ever going to give, but Goto doesn't realize it. Did she just... You just told us not to stay after school. That's it for today's homeroom announcements. I'll see you all at third period's English class. Fujine waves and leaves. So that was Taiga Fujimura, the teacher of room 2C. Her nickname, Tiger. That might seem like a joke, but it isn't. She got the nickname because it sounds like her name, Taiga. A slur has entered the chat. But Fujine hates it. According to her, it doesn't sound feminine. My nose. But she got the nickname because of how she acts, so she kind of had it coming. Class will begin. Class, duty. Lead the greeting. As Fujine exits the room, the first period teacher enters. Because Fujine takes up almost all the homeroom time, mornings are always like this for a class. And so, another day of classes ends. There are many types of students. Some immerse themselves in club activities, some hurry home, and some hang out in the classroom after class for no particular reason. They have no life. I suggest that they seek help. I don't really fit in any of those categories. Do you have a minute, Amiya? Picking back up with what we did this morning, do you have some more time? Well, it's not like I don't have any plans. It's not as if I don't do anything at all. The biggest reason I quit the Kyoto Club in the first place was that I wanted to prioritize my part-time job. It's been 5 years since I started part-time jobs to earn money for living expenses on my own after my old man died. When you do so many different jobs, there are some requests you just can't say no to. Today is one of them. I was asked to help restock some products for a bar, since they want as many strong helping hands as they could get. Though, I'm sure I don't have to go help. The bar is likely asking everyone as an excuse to gather some folks to hang out afterwards. There are two options. I should do my part-time job or help a student council. So, just have dedicated. That is my Steam War relationship. Yep, and you. So odd. What? Student council is my part-time job. feel like helping the student council is like when I stay behind and die. I gotta do the part-time job. I feel bad for Issei, but I should probably prioritize my part-time job. I never promised I would go, but since I said I'd try, I should probably keep my word. Sorry, Issei. I have plans already, so can I get a rain check on this morning's tasks? Plans? Ah. You mean your part-time job? Yeah, sorry for troubling you. A couple of days won't make any difference, so go ahead and HER the commitment. Thanks. I'll get back to those tasks first thing in the morning, so please, let me off the hook this time. I thought I said this wasn't a serious issue. We got the urgent stuff done this morning. You can finish up the rest whenever you're free, Emiya. If you say so. It's okay if I pick up where I left off whenever I don't have work. Certainly. I'll be counting on you when that time comes, Emiya. Issei bids me a stiff farewell and leaves the classroom. Okay then. I shouldn't dawdle. I may not have been given a specific time, but now that I've decided to go to my part-time job, I need to hurry over to the neighboring town. Jeez, I thought I was going to help out just a little, but they gave me 30,000 yen. It's like an unexpected windfall, or a stroke of good luck. Ugh. Let's say, alright. No, back. Anyway, about 30,000 yen would be about like, I think 200 bucks? 200-ish? Something like that. Copenhagen, where I work today, is like a bar and supermarket that sells liquor all in one. And it takes a lot of people to restock inventory for this place. It's also a type of chew. It's a job that needs at least 5 people, but the more people you have after that makes everyone's lives easier. Yet the boss is always like, anyone who can help can just swing by. Mentioned it so casually to the part-time workers and seemed to think it was enough. I'm the only one who showed up. The only people there for inventory were me, the boss, and Neko, his daughter. Oh, hell broke loose. Dummy. Of course nobody would come. Neko was scolding the boss, yet I was the only fool who came. You're ready to be sacrificed. The two of them unenthusiastically applauded when I showed up, and then we all decided to organize the storage room as much as possible. How do I just tell it to stop settings? There. Turn stream overlay off. You dummy. Yeah, okay. And then we somehow finished the inventory in 2 hours. This was amazing. Go look for the extra brownie points or something, Shiro. The boss remarks as he eats a brown cake and surveys the afternoon's work. Not exactly. I'm just used to manual labor. And I've been working here long enough that I know where most things go in the storage room. I haven't been working here since I was young for nothing, you know. Oh yeah. How long has it been already, Shiro? 5 years? Something like that. You were one of the only places that hired me soon after my old man died. I thought I told the Steam Overlay to fuck off. Because it wasn't showing up the last time I played the game, so I'm mildly confused why it's showing up now. In so many ways I hate Steam Overlay. Anyway, actually maybe I could just tell Steam itself to just never do it. Steam. Settings. Hmm. Brr. Hopefully that fixes it. Steam to never give a notification ever again. Not exactly. There we go. Okay. The boss stuffs his mouth with rum cake. Next to him, Neko is nursing a bottle of warm sake. Man, that sounds nice. The owner has a sweet tooth. Well, the daughter is the drinker of the family. They sure balance each other out. I'm reminded that I was telling my sister to try drinking her sake warm. It's a lot nicer. And I should see if I can find a good sake. I had one back in Guam, but it tasted awful. I didn't finish drinking it. I've had some that are good and some that are bad. I just need to find one I like. Oh, where was I? I was starting thinking of alcohol. But honestly, you really helped us out. I'd feel bad if all you got from your hard work was just a few slices of cake, so here's a little something from me. He weighs 3 10,000 yen bills at me. It's more than I'd get for a week's worth of labor, not 3 hours. It's about... Let me think. How much should I get? 8. 160. A little over 2 to 3 full days of work. If you're getting paid normally. Oh, thanks. I hesitate, but I take whatever I can get. Then again, I also don't know what the economy's like in Japan. I'm thinking of, like, American economy and, like, $200. Just as I'm about to leave Copenhagen. Hold up. Emia. Oh, who did you hear about today's job from? Neko stops me while she is curled up in front of a heater, resting. What are you, a fucking cat? I think it was Furumi. That idiot. Should know better than to push his own work onto a student. Well, whatever. So you're saying you came to help stock inventory, even though you only heard about it secondhand? Well, I was told to help if I wasn't busy. Rumi is a dumbass, but you're no better, you know. Whatever. I bet you're the kind of person who can never say no. I know. I remember that one time when you watched the store when Dad and I both got sick. Well, you see, funny story about that. The only reason that Emiya got here is because he said no. I wanted the money, man. I needed the money. Give me the money. That's not true. I won't do things for people when I know I can't. I only do things I know I'm able to. Yeah, right, huh? I seem to recall you were sick that day, too. Whatever. Anyway, my point is, that you're a good guy, but kinda dumb. Which leaves me a little worried about you, so tell Fujimura to swing by soon, cause I got beef with her. Wait. Neko and Taiga. The cats are fighting? Neko makes circles with her fingers in the air as she downs her sake. She seems to think I'm a dragonfly or something. Okay, so just tell Fujine that? Yep. See ya. Try not to push yourself too hard, boy. Whoa. I already crossed the bridge. I managed to walk back from the neighboring Shinto to Miyama without realizing. I walk through the still darkened town. It's about 7:30. There should still be people out and about at this hour, but there are no signs of anyone around. Oh, right. There was a crime committed in Miyama the other day. A burglar murdered someone, I think. Must be why there's no one around, and why the school curfew has been set to 6 o'clock. Gas leaks and burglars, huh? Seems like it's getting dangerous around here. No wonder people are avoiding walking around at night. Probably not safe to let Sakura go home on her own anymore. Fujine might be fine, but Sakura's house is in the residential area on the other side of town. Guess I should walk her home starting tonight. Huh? I can't believe what I'm seeing. Must be wrong. Since the presence on the uphill path, I was sure it was empty. Whoever it is, they're standing still and look to be peering down at me. I unconsciously hold my breath. The girl with silvery hair smiles and walks down the path without making a sound. And as she passes by, you'd better summon one soon or you'll die, big brother. And what she says makes no sense. There's the emoto, not emoto. Emoto, not emoto. I think, if I remember, it was Ilya, and Ilya's a lot older than you, Shiro. If I remember correctly. I actually Googled that real quick. She's a year older than Anya. So still, my point stands. Why are you calling me Big Brother? Just because I'm physically big? No, I climb up the hill and reach my house. Lights are already on, which means Sakura and Fujine are home. The moment I step into the living room, I smell the delicious aroma of dinner. Sakura and Fujine are both eating at the table. Tonight's meal is chicken stewed in cream sauce, and it's put Fujine in an especially good mood. The cat likes the chicken. Welcome home, Senpai. Please excuse us for eating ahead of you. You women dare eat before the man shows up? Anyway, what do we gotta eat? Thanks. And sorry for being late. I should have come home earlier. That's fine. You still made it in time. Please wait while I prepare your plate. Okay, thanks. I'll go wash up, so keep an eye on Fujine. Make sure she doesn't eat my portion. Yes, I'll do that. I go to my room. It's a sparse room compared to the storehouse, but it's still decorated enough. Considering I don't have any particular hobbies. Though most of them are random things Fujine just kind of left here. After I wash my hands and change, I head back to see my food on the table. Thank you for the meal. Please dig in. I hope you like it. Sakura is humble as ever. Sakura's cooking skills have vastly improved over the past year. My cooking is no match for her Western foods. My Japanese dishes might be a little better. Neither of us is any good at making Chinese dishes. I'm glad to know she's improving, but it's also a little depressing when the pupil surpasses her master. Fuck it though, make me some Salisbury steak. Or chicken fat steak. Mashed potatoes. Yeah, anyway, I was just thinking of how I just had some ramen. Instant ramen. Anyway, it really is delicious. The longer you cook chicken, the tougher the meat gets. Which is why you need to take the extra step of grilling the chicken to a crisp, to seal in its juices and flavor. This requires exceptional skill, and it's something the clumsy Fujine would never be able to manage. What do you think, Senpai? I think today's dish turned out quite well. No complaints here. The cream sauce is perfect. My cooking can't hold a candle to your Western dishes. Taiga, you scared the shit out of me. Yep. Ever since Sakura started cooking, all her meat dishes have gotten better. Fujine, who's been concentrating on her meal until now, pipes up. And you're in trouble, Chiados. A student shouldn't stay out so late at night. She looked to be in good spirits thanks to Sakura's meal, but the moment she sees my face, her mood turns sour. So I should be like, wait, shut up, I have money. I made money. Shut up. I bet you were helping someone again. That's fine, but you really should be coming home early for now. Don't you remember my homeroom announcement about how it's not been safe lately? I was speaking directly to you, Shiro. Out of everyone in the house, I was staring you in the eyes. You really don't need to make a homeroom announcement for something you can just tell me at home. You wouldn't listen if I told you here, though. You're more likely to listen if I tell you at school. Huh? Did you say something? That seems like an abuse of authority. Or at least mixing business with private matters. Nope. This is just what I have to do to make things sink in for Shiro. He always gets the short end of the stick because he's busy helping everyone. That idiot should come straight home once in a while and relax a bit. Huh? Who are you calling an idiot? What's wrong with helping people? I'm not losing out on anything as long as someone benefits from my help. I'm reminded of how usually, even in like MMOs and stuff, if someone asks me for assistance, I just kind of do it. If I'm able. And this is usually how I just kind of end up always broken in MMO. You're starting to sound like Kiritsugu. And that mindset has your big sister worried, Shiro. Seeing Fujine eating so heartily makes me wonder what exactly she's worried about. Miss Fujimura, just from that conversation, are you saying Senpai has always been like this? Yep, always. He's the type who would lend a helping hand whenever there's someone in need. It's not that he meddles in things, but he's always been a bit precocious. Fujine grins menacingly. Fujine, I'm going to get mad if you say anything you shouldn't. And you shouldn't ask silly things, Sakura. I glare at the two. Fujine clicks her tongue in disapproval. But... Miss Fujimura, please continue. Sakura presses on like an attentive student. No! God, no. What? I'm glad that Taiga does not have my baby pictures, because I'm pretty sure right now Sakura would be asking for them. Then, let me explain, you see. Shiro just can't help himself. When he sees someone in need, it's like helping the weak and subduing the strong. When he was younger, he wrote an essay that said he wanted to be a hero of justice. Quit bringing up the past, Fujine. I can't really jump in though because it's true. Besides, becoming a hero of justice is still my goal. Wow, you really are a wonderful child, Senpai. Still am, dumbass. Yep, it was astonishing. He would swoop in to rescue a little girl from getting bullied by a boy twice her age. And he tried his hardest at doing housework because Kiritsugu was such a slob at home. It made me like check my room and be like, nah, it's clean. He was so cute and innocent back then. I'm not sure how he got to be the stubborn, disobedient boy he is today. That's on you, Fujine. That's what happens with children when they have bad role models. If you want to say something to that, try making an entire meal all on your own. Fujine is shocked. I thought she would just lower her head and repent, but... Big sister's all sad. Sakura, thirds, please. Shells out a rice bowl, asking for a third helping of dinner. That woman can eat. Relax after dinner. It's almost 9 o'clock. Well, what should I do? There's still some time before my evening training. I guess I'll... Wait. Hang out with Fujine? I'll rest. I'll walk Sakura home. Is there a tiger route? Probably not. But I have to wonder. I guess we'll save. Why does it still say that Cupcake is playing a vampire? Because that's just... I turned off all notifications. It's just there. Up in the corner. I like how I can tell that these are all, like, choices. Because, like, what I need to do now is... should. I guess... Oh. Anyway. Like I said, I'm going to go earlier in the stream. Purple hairs just stick together, so I think the first route we're going to do is Sakura. I'll walk Sakura home. I haven't thanked Sakura for cooking dinner yet, so I should talk to her. It's getting late, so I should walk her home. Sakura just finished cleaning up, and she's in the living room getting ready to go home. Oh. Senpai, I thought you were taking your bath. I'll take my bath later. After I walk you home, because I am a gentleman. And to be real, for real though, there's a lot of places in America you should not walk alone as a woman. I can barely get by as a dude. And even then I kinda still need to be careful with shit, boy. Whew. So if me, big, tall, slightly muscular, 300-pound motherfucker has to be careful at night, and a little girl? Oh, hell no. Eh? You're going to walk me home? Yeah, it's been dangerous at night lately, so I'll walk you home. Your house is a pretty long walk. So let me at least do this. Since you go out of your way to come here. Sakura purses her lips awkwardly. Did I say something wrong? I'm sorry, I appreciate your concern, but you should rest. I know my way home from here, and I should be fine alone. Maybe so, but it really hasn't been safe recently. I'll walk you home at night for a while. But, well... it'll cause trouble for you if my brother sees you. Ah. I forgot. Sakura's older brother, Shinji, doesn't really like Sakura coming over to my place. He can't say much because Sakura says she goes to Fujine's house, but Me taking her home might cause problems. I don't care if Shinji accuses me of something I didn't actually do, but I don't want him taking it out on Sakura. But it wouldn't be a problem if I only walked you halfway, right? There's no way we'll see Shinji at the intersection. Sakura's uncomfortably silent. Knowing Sakura, she probably couldn't even lie about the fact that I walked her home. Hey, then how about... Want me to walk her home? An English teacher wearing tiger stripes suddenly pokes her head through the door. That really doesn't fix anything. My concern is that a girl's walking alone at night, so adding another girl would be... Wait a minute. Calling a Fujine a girl might be a bit of a misnomer. There is a reason Fujine is the teacher in charge of the Kyoto Club. She was trained by old man Fujimoto in Kendo, and her 5th rank designation makes her deadly. Literally. And figuratively. I guess it wouldn't be a problem if you went Fujine. I bet you could beat the crap out of any perverts who might try to strike. Of course I can. And that's why walking Sakura home is not a problem. Are you good with Sakura? Yes. As long as it's okay with you. That settles it. Let's get going. I was just thinking I should go home too. Fujine takes Sakura's hand and starts to leave. Oh, hold on a minute, Sakura. What is it, senpai? Then it was good. Thank you. Of course. As long as you don't mind, I will keep working on my cooking, senpai. Sakura beams and leaves the living room. I can tell my cheeks are burning red. Honestly, Sakura takes me by surprise a lot lately. It's perplexing. Time sure flies. And not so long ago, she was just my friend's little sister. And now I find sometimes I can't quite look away from her. I'm so pathetic. I always thought of Sakura as being like a family. But I can't seem to readily accept this change. Well, I mean, see, when you claim one of the womans, they become your family in the terminology that we call wife. Anyway, and that is how my day ends. Just before midnight, Shiro and Miya must perform the daily routine of utilizing magecraft. I cross my legs, take my position, and regulate my breathing. I try to empty my mind. I am 10 steps ahead of you. My aphantasia is no thoughts, head empty. I ignore everything around me and turn my focus inward. Press on. I mutter the familiar incantation as if putting myself in a spell. No, this is a kind of hypnosis. No magic crest and no magical knowledge. The incantation I mutter is really just a way to focus myself and change my body. Typically, humans do not have any lines which allow magical energy to pass through their body. To temporarily change my body to create a pseudo version of the lines, I need enough concentration to unify my entire physical and nervous systems. Magecraft is a battle with yourself. For example, I insert a burning steel rod into my backbone. The steel rod itself is the one and only magic circuit I can prepare for myself. By passing this deep within my body and concentrating it to my other nerves, I can finally be a mage. This is not a metaphor. And if you look closely, a series of metal rods which cannot normally be seen or touched pierce my backbone. I'm a magician. Kiritsuka Emiya was a mage. He was a true mage who disciplined himself in a wide variety of mystics, plumbed the deeper secrets of the world and its workings, and even performed miracles. As a young child, I admired Kiritsugu and begged him to teach me magecraft. But you can't just become a mage. You have to be born with talent and inherent in tremendous amounts of knowledge. I obviously never had that inborn talent, and Kirutsuko never imparted any knowledge about magecraft to me. I was told it wasn't necessary for me, something like that. I still don't understand what he meant by that, but it didn't matter to me as a child. I always thought learning magecraft would bring me that much closer to being like Kirutsugu. I was blessed neither with talent, that is, an abundance of magic circuits within me, nor was generations of magecraft knowledge handed down to me. The magecraft Kirutsugu possessed, the magic crest passed down from the Emiya family, can only be passed on to a blood relative. Magic crest, which is proof of one is a mage, rejects any non-blood related. As an adopted son, I could not receive Emiya's family crest. Then again, since I honestly don't have any idea what the hell a magic crest even is, it doesn't matter much whether I have one or not. It's just a matter of gaining the ability. If I want to be a mage, I just have to learn magecraft that suits the traits that I do have. Magecraft is, if taken to its extreme, a skill supposedly meant to release magical energy. You could say that magical energy is a life force. Magical energy is separated into two sources: mana, which comes from the world's atmosphere, and ood, which is created within living creatures. Obviously, mana, which comes from the world itself, is superior to ood. The sheer power of the world's mana is simply not even comparable to the ood one human can create. No matter the form it takes, magecraft utilizing mana will always surpass anything created from an individual's ood. So a powerful mage is one who excels at drawing magical energy from the world. It's a lot like a filtration system. A mage will use their own body's circuits to draw in mana from outside, and convert it into something usable. Mages call the circuits they use to accomplish this magic circuits. This is the inborn talent part. The number of magic circuits one has is determined at the moment of birth. Typically, humans have hardly any magic circuits. They're normally quite rare. That's why mages will spend generations trying to ensure their descendants have a body more suitable for magic. Some families even go as far as to practice selective breeding in order to increase the number of magic circuits in their children. And since I was raised in a normal family, I never had a chance of having much in the way of magic circuits. That left me with only one option. According to Kirutsugu, everyone is well suited to one specific form of magecraft. He also said something about drawing out magical energy based on the person's origin, but I never quite understood that part. What I do understand is that even someone like me can use at least one form of magecraft. If I can do that, then maybe I could be like Kirutsugu. And that's why I've only learned this one magecraft. That was 8 years ago. After a lot of thought, Kirutsugu took me on as his disciple, though he never seemed happy about it. Listen, Shido. Learning magecraft means leaving behind common sense. You die when the end comes for you, and you kill when you must. Life isn't at the core of what we do. Death is. Magecraft is walking the path of self-destruction. I guess I knew no fear as a child. Kirutsugu smiled bitterly, placing a hand atop my head as I nodded enthusiastically. What I'm about to teach you is the sort of thing that could cause conflict. So, you should never use it in front of anyone, and you should never forget your training, because it's difficult. Then again, you don't really need to follow it either. The most important thing is that you always remember that magecraft is to be used for others and not for yourself. And that would make you simply a user of magecraft rather than a mage. I guess Kiritsugu didn't want me to be a mage. But I didn't care about that. I admired Kiritsugu, not mages. As long as I could be the sort of person who lives to help others, like Kiritsugu on that day of fire and nightmare. I got distracted. I feel the uncomfortable sensation of the iron rod in my backbone moving where it shouldn't. Losing control of my breathing now would be fatal. The pseudo magic circuits would overwhelm my body and shred it to pieces. And that would be the end of me. Shiro Emery would simply be a novice who died because he failed out at an elementary step. Grit my teeth and tried to recover my connection. After pain like walking through a storm of needles, the iron rod finally sinks deep within my body and fuses with me. I've been working on this for a little over an hour. And after all that time, I'm finally able to create one pseudo-circuit. A circuit capable of creating magical energy using my own self. Basic structure. Analyze. All that's left is to allow the magical energy to flow naturally. Shiro Emiya is no mage. He is just a user of magecraft who can only create magical energy within his body and channel it into objects. And that's why I can only do one thing with this magecraft, which is composition, analyze, enhancing objects. It's just strengthening magecraft where I apprehend an object structure and channel magical energy to temporarily reinforce its abilities. Basic structure. Alter. I hold a broken iron pipe. I pass magical energy through it to execute the most basic magecraft, to enhance its durability. Passing magical energy into something other than yourself is like mixing poison. My blood is a far cry from the blood of an iron pipe. Forcing an entirely different sort of blood through an object may very well destroy it rather than enhance it. To prevent that from happening, I need to properly understand object structure and pass magic energy into it between the small vacant spaces. Composition. Reinforce. This may be easy for a skilled mage, but since I have a hard time generating magical energy in the first place, even a task like this is as difficult as shooting an arrow and hitting a target several hundred meters from you. The typical archery target is 28 meters away. So it goes without saying how hard it would be to hit a target at 10 times that distance. My body temperature suddenly plummets. The fiery pillar passing through my backbone disappears, and my legs seize in desperate need of oxygen. My back arches in an effort to keep me from passing out. Damn. I failed again. The iron pipe is unchanged. The magical energy I passed into it appears to have dispersed. Damn. Adding to something that already has a set form is hard. What I'm attempting to do is like adding an extra brushwork to a completed work of art. Adding something extra to a complete object raises the risk of compromising the object's integrity. The paintbrush, hoping to improve, may actually devalue the work instead. Which is why, despite its simplicity, strengthening magecraft is so difficult, and not many mages willingly use it. And it's not that I choose this, but it's really all I can do. It would be much easier if I could make something from shapeless clay, but a substitute that just recreates its form is all show and no substance. Which explains all the junk around. Whenever I fail at strengthening magecraft, I try to make substitute objects to practice and calm down, but they all end up empty. I can visualize the structure of an object easily, and I can recreate something very similar, but it's hollow, and obviously doesn't function at all. I wipe the sweat off my brow. I realize I'm absolutely dripping with sweat. If this is as bad as it got, I should consider myself lucky. What happened earlier was really bad. I had taken even a second longer to recover. My internal organs would probably be mush by now. If only pushing myself to the brink of death helped me improve, there'd be some hope here, but nothing comes that easily. At the same time, fear of death will stand in the way of improving my magecraft. Learning magecraft means courting death at every turn. Even rudimentary, everyday magecraft can spin wildly out of control from a single mistake, ending the caster's life. The very first thing a mage must do is resolve to accept death. Chiados always looked sad whenever he brought that up. Maybe it was his way of saying that he didn't want me getting into any of this. Saving one person means not saving someone else. Being a hero of justice means you need to be an extremely egocentric person. That was always his line. Chiados always said that whenever I mentioned wanting to be like him, I still don't know what he meant by that. All I'm certain of is that I want to save people. To be a hero of justice, like Chiados Emiya. But I can't even manage the basics. I'm such an idiot for letting myself get distracted at the most crucial moment. It's not enough for me to just grasp at the object structure visually. A skilled mage would be able to focus only on the crucial areas and efficiently challenge magical energy. My dream is to become a hero of justice. I remember what Fujene mentioned at dinner. I never really thought of that goal as embarrassing or impossible. That Shiro Emiya will succeed, Chiados Emiya, has already been decided. That's why I've been doing everything I can, despite how sorely I lack in experience. I don't know exactly what it means to be a hero of justice, but because I don't know, I've trained myself to the best of my abilities in hopes I'll be useful to somebody. I haven't taken my eye off of that goal these past 5 years. But whenever things go wrong like this, I start to have doubts. Just don't get it, old man. What the hell do I have to do to be a hero of justice? I look up at the sky through a window. It's not just about being good for someone out of the blue. Saving someone and being a hero of justice are two different things. I know that. What do I have to do to differentiate them? I've yet to understand that crucial concept for the past 5 years. Save again? Yes. New. Day 2. I awake to darkness. My old friend. I guess I'm not much for dreaming. Unless something big happens, I always have the same dream anyway. I always envision a sword. I have no idea why. But that's the only thing that pops into my head. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Perhaps this is what defines me as, well, me. As Shiro Emiya. I don't have any dreams of my own. The only things on my mind while I sleep are what others taught me long ago. For example, on how to be a mage. Even if I'm not a full-fledged mage, it's only natural for me to be aware of the world they're in. Put simply, a mage is an irregular, an outcast from society. But even outcasts need to band together to survive. My old man told me there's a society of mages, called a Mages Association. He also told me I shouldn't ever get involved with them. The Mages Association is said to conceal the existence of magecraft and manage mages. The Mages Association watches over mages and makes sure their magecraft doesn't affect society. But the strange thing is that they don't really prohibit mages from abusing magecraft either. According to Chiados, the Mage Association is only interested in concealing mystics. Even if, say, a mage carried out an experiment that sacrificed, let's say, a lot of citizens, the association wouldn't punish them. Their priorities are expressly in preventing the public from becoming aware of magecraft, which does not mean magecraft is completely banned. Honestly, anything goes as long as the truth doesn't come out. At least, that seems to be how that insane bunch conducts themselves. Whatever it is, the Mages Association's surveillance is absolute. Typical magecraft research sacrifices the lives of ordinary humans, which in turn risks revealing the existence of magecraft to the world. As such, the Mages Association doesn't permit research that would harm society. Ultimately, mages conduct the research in the privacy of their homes, while the world is none the wiser. Some mages sometimes go into hiding to escape the association's scrutiny and oversight. So there may be some mages living in this town, and I just don't know it. I also hear Fuyuki is a spiritual hotspot of sorts. That probably means there's some prestigious mage with a storied history living here. They're called second owners, elite mages the association entrusts to watch over territory. Other mages who live in the same area must visit these second owners first to get permission to build their workshop. The old man was an outlaw who cut ties with the association and moved here without the consent of Fuyuki's second owner. So in a way, our family is a bunch of trespassers living in a house without permission from the landlord. Which means the second owner doesn't know that Kitsuko Imiya was a mage. So I tend to feel like our family status as mages is kind of unclear. But then, my old man, the bona fide mage, died. Even though I'm his disciple and son, I don't know a thing about the Mage Association, and have no real knowledge about being a mage. I have a feeling the association would want to dispose of someone like me, but they haven't made any sort of move. Apparently, the Mages Association doesn't have any eyes in Japan, so that's probably why I haven't been found yet. But that doesn't mean I could let my guard down. The eyes of the Mages Association are said to be everywhere. If someone commits a crime using magecraft, the church's heretic hunters will make their move. Using magecraft, however half-assed you may be about it, makes you enemies. So with all that in mind, I honestly just want to study being a mage on my own. I wake up as the sunlight starts to pour in through the window. It looks like the sun's just now coming up. It's still dark out. It's cold. Waking up in the morning is getting tough. I get up, trying not to let the morning cold discourage me, and quickly fold up my futon. It's 5:30. I've always been an early riser. No matter how late I got to bed. I might mess up once in a while, like yesterday, but that's rare. Okay, breakfast. I let Sakura do all the work yesterday, so it would look kind of bad if I didn't return the favor this morning. I should hurry up and finish making breakfast before Sakura comes. I cook rice and make miso soup. Yesterday, the soup had daikon radish and carrots, so I'm making onion and potato miso soup today. As long as you don't make the yam soup, I'm gonna be fine. Also, moments like now where it's just like words after words after words without me having anything to comment on is really fun for my tongue. Ow. My tongue is numb. Anyway. I made the egg omelet and used the leftover konnyaku to simmer it in bonito flakes. Make incisions into the solid fish, which will be the main dish, and sprinkle it with a little salt. All I have to do is broil it, but that can wait until the last minute. Okay, I'll do it. It's almost 6. I finish earlier than expected, so I have some time on my hands. Dude, you cooked it like 30 minutes? Shit. Yeah, so what should I do with this extra time? Guess I'll work up a quick sweat if I have so much time. Morning exercise is my daily routine, so I might as well do some light workouts. Bruh. I like ride my bike for 14 miles. The hushed atmosphere of an empty dojo encourages one to focus. And in the morning, just as the sun rises, its serenity makes the mood even more sacred, enthralling whoever visits the site. Anyway, there's only one thing I can do here. Ever since my old man died, the dojo has turned into just a gym to train my body. Training to a mage means I can't neglect training my body. One of the conditions of being a mage is maintaining yourself at your physical peak. When Kyusuke was still alive, he and I sparred often. Well, more that he just kicked my ass every time, so I never really learned how to win myself. But at least I learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I learned the difference between killing and beating an opponent, and how to connect myself in each situation. Knowledge and experience are different. Without the knowledge to know the difference, it's hard to tell if you're gotten yourself into a fight or a massacre. It's as simple as that. Learning magecraft means there is a risk of perishing on your own, as well as the risk of having to fight. And to mages, that means killing each other. That's why Kirisuke wanted to teach me that I must always be ready to face death. But the person reminding me of that lesson is long gone. So the only thing I can do alone is some simple exercises. Guess I better get on with it. After I stretch to warm up, I focus on my inner strength and begin my exercises. Birds. Fucking shut up, birds. As I train my body, I assess how my magic circuits affect my blood flow, my skeletal frame's creaking, the fatigue I feel, and how much that all distracts my thoughts. I kind of feel that on a spiritual level, that feel the skeletal frame's creaking. That little bit of movement, I just hear everything in my body just like... That's what the name. 120. 150. 170. Even simple push-ups can train my magic circuits as long as I focus on my mental state rather than putting physical weights on my body. Emiya, I want to tell you something, that if you can do 170 push-ups, you are fucking jacked as shit, bro. Okay, moving on. With no proper mentor teaching me magecraft, morning training is no different than what most sports clubs do. And they have become very important for me. Ah, Sakura. Good morning, Senpai. Did you finish breakfast already? Preparing it, I mean. Yeah, it's all done. All that's left to do is set out the dishes and grill the fish. Oh, I'll help. Leave the dishes to me. Sakura is clearly eager in her reply. And coming in behind the ever-dependable Sakura... I smell Chiados' omelet, so he handled breakfast this morning, huh? Fujine casually heads to the table. Oh, let's just ignore her for now. I need to grill the prepared fish. Sakura uses the middle set of plates. The food will look better on those. Yeah? With the plates with bumps on the surface? Yeah, those grilled meals tend not to look good if you don't plate them well, and I've already graded the daikon. Sakura reaches forward to take out the plates. As she reaches out, I think I see a faint bruise on the back of her hand. Sakura, hold on a minute. Yeah, what is it? What's that bruise on your hand? Oh. She averts her eyes, looking uneasy. Her reaction makes how she got the bruise unclear. Is it Shinji again? Can't believe he beats his own sister. That's not it, senpai. Well, I got this when I fell, you know. How clumsy I am. It's why I'm always falling and getting myself hurt. How stupid do you think I am? Nobody gets bruises like that just from falling. Seems like Shinji needs to get some sense knocked into him. No, Senpai, my brother really has nothing to do with this. I just hurt myself. So there's no need for you to be angry for me. Sakura falls silent. Sakura may seem docile, but she's surprisingly stubborn. It's no use saying anything to her now. Fine. If you say so, I'll leave it at that. Yes, I'm sorry, Senpai. Why are you apologizing? Shinji's the one in the wrong. The moment I say Shinji's name, Sakura awkwardly looks away. It can only mean he is the cause of the bruise on her hand. Shinji Matao has a bad habit of treating his younger sister like crap. I noticed it about a year ago. Every now and then, I'd see Sakura injured, and she always made excuses when I asked what happened. When I asked Shinji about it, he revealed to my shock that he's been the one to hit Sakura. I asked why, and he told me it was because she'd done something he hadn't liked. I got pretty pissed off, so I did to Shinji what he did to Sakura. We haven't been on great terms since then. Senpai, have you made up with my brother? Yeah, sure. We never fought in the first place. So there's not much call for making up. Well, that may be how you see it, but my brother doesn't see it the same way. He thinks you're still fighting, so you should be careful. I just kinda don't care about him. Like, at all. Like, he just is there. What Sakura said strikes me as odd. Be careful? Of Shinji? Yes, he's angry with you, and I hear he was the very reason why you quit the club. If Shinji had nothing to do with me quitting, well, he might have been a factor, but it's nothing that you should worry about. And Shinji's right. This is a little unsightly. I point at my left shoulder. There's a little scar there. It happened about a year and a half ago. Something fell on me during one of my jobs, injuring my left shoulder. I ended up with just a broken bone, but I also came away with a burn in my shoulder. After that incident, I quit the Kyoto Club, our school's Kyoto Club. Out of respect for formalities, allow students to perform sacred shooting rituals. Male students participating in this exposed their left shoulder. Shinji pointed out that it may be disrespectful for someone performing a sacred shot to expose a scar, and since I was busy with my various jobs, I decided to quit the club. That is the most petty reason I can ever imagine. That would be like me saying, oh, I'm going to cover up my arm because it's covered in scars. I mean, I don't. I really walk around in public with them. Got scars here, scars there, and like most of my body just looks like a fucking shredded cheese. Eh. I've put my body through a lot of bullshit. Anyway, I'm gonna take a moment. I gotta piss. Okay, I'm back. I also got some more drink, but this is the sleep drink, so since I got like 20 more minutes of scheduled chatty chats before I'm like, oh god, my mouth, my throat's like, stop this here, doing too much. Senpai, I may ask this often, but are you never going to shoot again? Miss Fujimura even said your injury shouldn't affect your performance. Vijay would say that even if I'd broken every bone in my body. Senpai, I'm being serious. Sorry, it's hard to take a chihuahua seriously. I know I should give her a serious answer, but unfortunately, I can't give Sakura the answer she's looking for. I don't have time to do club activities. I like Kyoto, but it's not something I should prioritize, so I think I'll give it a rest for a while. How long is a while? However long I like. Or maybe until it's time for you to graduate. I look forward to having you look after me then, Sakura. I pat Sakura's shoulder. You guys just do a thing, just have my autism. Oh, okay, I'll be waiting when that time comes. She not so violently, it looks like she might drop the plates. I think we did just have a odd sort of agreement. I don't think Shiro knows what he just said. I think she heard that and is now running a mile. I find it wild how much my head breaks sometimes. It's almost 7:30. Sakura and Fujine have long since left the house for their morning club activities. I went to school early yesterday because Issei asked me to, but I leave the house at the usual time today. I noticed something strange as I walked down the hill towards the intersection. Several police cars are parked in front of the house. Something must have happened since the crowd has gathered. There are easily 20 people watching. I'm curious, but the mass of people prevents me from finding out what's happening. I don't have much time, so I should hurry to school. So I already feel like I've deviated from the prologue. Can't tell, though. I make it to school 10 minutes before the first bell. As I cross through the gate with plenty of time as usual. Hey, morning, Emiya. I run into a familiar student. You haven't changed yet, Mitsuzuri? Homeroom's about to start. You really don't have time to say hi to me. You're absolutely right. Matter of fact, as always, Emiya. I don't know what's so funny, but she laughs heartily, not caring about her surroundings. This is Ayako Mitsuzuri. She's been a classmate of mine since we were first years, and she's currently the captain of the Kyoto Club. She's an unbelievably insightful person, and it was expected that she would be the team's next captain since her first year with them. Mitsuzuri is a precocious sort, and people have always had high hopes for her, and even leaned on her ever since she was the first year. Then again, she gets mad whenever someone mentions that in front of her, claiming she doesn't look as old as people think. Oh, were you just thinking something bad about me? Not the way you would like. I wouldn't dare. Just making an observation. If you want to get angry about it, that's your call. You don't say. That may be your honest answer, but you never say out loud what's really in that head of yours. Because, unlike Shinji, you never let your true self show. Shinji. What's he got to do with this? No matter how much either of you protests, you and Shinji are friends. I wanted to kill him. You're his only male friend. And let me remind you that I'm the captain of the Kyoto Club. Isn't it only natural for me to associate our club's troublemaker with our former troublemaker? I guess. The Kyoto's club's got nothing to do with it, but he and I go back a long way. I see you just got ticked off. You always get frosty whenever the Kyoto Club gets mentioned. You sure? Had some guts. Quitting and leaving Shinji behind, you know? Did you not consider how the other people you left behind might feel? Like Sakura and me? What? Did Shinji do something bad again? We never have a day he doesn't do something. But he might have gone a bit too far yesterday. He made a first-year guy quit. Meets his other sides gravely. Seeing her look so serious is rare to begin with, but the rest of her story is particularly alarming. The heck? Why'd he quit? Shinji took his anger out on him. He gathered all of the female members and made the first year, who barely learned how to handle a bow, shoot his bow until he hit the target. Shinji mocked him the whole time. I don't feel like I would have that hard of a time hitting a target with a bow. Like, I would miss, right? I would miss a few times. But my brain would just kind of calibrate from the misses, and it wouldn't take that long. It's kind of like how I shoot really good until someone points it out, then my brain gets frazzled. Because I have shit eyesight, right? I have astigmatism and like poor depth perception and visual snow. And all these things, I need glasses. Need them. But, oh boy, do I shoot better than other people at the range. Oh god. People that have vision where they don't need glasses, or don't have these visual problems. And I'm just like, motherfucker, why do I shoot better than you? You have no excuse. You have better eyes. Piece of shit. Give me your eyes. Anyway. Actually, not really. I like my eyes. They're two different colors. Gathered all the female members and made the first year who barely... Yeah, that's pretty. They're not like... they're not heterochromic. They're heterochromic like how I made my avatar. Where it's like the central chromia. So it's a kind of hazel. That changes colors depending on the light because there's two colors. It's like a blue and a yellow, which can look green in the distance. It's like a gray and yellow. But gray is also kind of like leaning on blue. Because that's like, I'm getting too much into the thought of eye color. What, how could you let something like that happen? I would never let that happen, but a captain's got a lot to do, you know? You know very well that I don't live in the dojo. Well, yeah, but what the hell was Shinji thinking? He may be harsher than the others, but he's not the type to make someone into a spectacle. Listen to you. You're something, Emiya. You are the fucking spectacle. What do I mean by that? Or you just thinking something bad about me? Ah, come on. You're making a callback to what I just said 5 seconds ago. No one dare. Just make an observation. If you want to get angry about it, that's your call. Why are you using my own words against me? Fine. So what got into Shinji? Why'd he do that? I heard Tosaka shot him down pretty badly. Yeah? Tosaka? Oh, you mean Rin. Do you know any other Tosakas in the school? The second year honor student in Class A, Miss Perfect Rin Tosaka. Oh, that's the first time I've heard her called that nickname. But it fits. It's no surprise Shinji got rejected. He's a bit of an asshat. And knowing Tosaka, she probably has some pretty harsh insults to go with as a rejection. Feels like she was looking at a walking garbage. Anyway, Shinji's been acting out since yesterday, and that's why I've had to watch him like a hawk at the dojo up until now. Shinji does have a low tolerance for some things. I know, but it might be tough, but good luck, Mitsuzuri. Yeah. But you know how Shinji never lets go of anything. I'm just afraid he might really do something bad the next time he asks Tosaka and gets rejected again. No, even Shinji wouldn't go near someone who just rejected him. He's good about that sort of thing. But what if the person who turned him down comes near him instead? I don't know why, but Tosaka swings by the dojo to come watch. Well, you quit, so you probably don't know that. That's news to me. Rin Tosaka doesn't participate in any club activities because her family forbids it or something. She even turned down nominations to be a member of the student council, so I just thought she just went straight home after school. I guess this isn't horrible once in a while. He's always acted high and mighty, so it might be good for him to struggle for once. Sorry, but not sorry. I feel like we should grate his face in the sand. Or that dirt over there. Or that gravel. Or concrete. I'm just saying. Might be an idea. Mitsuzuri has a weird way of looking at this. Now that I think about it, they say that Rin Tosaka has a lot of enemies. I wonder if Mitsuzuri is one of them too. Hey, Mitsuzuri, that's kind of cruel, even for you. Oh, it's almost time. See you later, Emiya. You should swing by to see my bow work next time. Mitsuzuri hastily runs off. Classic Mitsuzuri. I'm reminded how forthright she was. I feel a bit more at ease and head towards the classroom. And I feel like right here is where I should end it before it starts like an entire whole new conversation and thought process going on, so it doesn't feel too jarring when I go and I place again next week. Because now we're 3 hours in and we've at least passed the first day and I kind of know what's going on. And I might just turn up the number. I might actually just instead stream tomorrow too, so I can get through the visual novel faster. Yeah. Sample. I don't think there was an option here. Say, I'll just save here. That overridden. Close. There we go. And I'm gonna get started. And out. Unfortunately, I have work tomorrow on Veterans Day when I'm active duty because they penned me in for watch. Yay. Oh, I love it so much. Anyway, y'all have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.